What's good, Moogles? Today's review is something special for those samurai fans out there. I introduce to you Trek To Yomi. If you would like to slash through men like Ronin Kenshin or the classic samurai movies like that classic 1956 Samurai, which is a crazy good black and white samurai movie, which I love, that basically called me to this game, then you might like check this game out for sure. I would like to first state this game is available on all systems but Nintendo Switch. Honestly, I'm not sure why this didn't make it to Switch. I think it would have ran perfectly fine on the system and would have made a great handheld experience. I would also like to point out that this also is currently on the Xbox Game Pass, so if you got the Game Pass, then you're golden. You ain't got to buy the game, just go ahead and download it. But also, Moogles, keep in mind that there will be some slight spoilers in this review, but nothing that would destroy the experience that you like the experience for you. So let's dive in. Let's go. Trek To Yomi is a classic revenge story. The main character of the story is Samurai Haruki. You start off with some training from your sensei master Sandero. This is the moment when, like a lot of games, you basically are going to learn the basic controls of the game. How they do it is pretty cool. Haruki is loved and honored by his entire village. He is joined in this story by his friend and the daughter of your master, Ayako. These three play a huge part in how the game story flows and changes. Now for the gameplay, this is where my feelings get a big mix for the game. While the combat is easy to learn, it can sometimes be too easy just to use one move to kill off an enemy. You know, like, okay, this is the one move, like kind of in Assassin's Creed when you just counter and parry and you just use that the whole time for a bunch of enemies. Kind of the same thing like that. You know, it can be too easy just to use one move to kill off a bunch of folks. The game gives you a chance to learn different kinds of simple combinations that do add some mixing up that you can do. But most of the enemies are just so easy to kill for a simple parry and slice that sometimes you find yourself using a lot of the same move or combination. Now keep in mind, there are a few baddies in here that basically are not like the others. You will basically have to use some of those combinations to get over them. So they're in there basically, but it's a lot more of the easy ones. Overall, the AI just makes the combat kind of feel cheap. It looks great, but it just feels cheap, you know? The game does include finding collectibles and secrets, so for all those completionists out there, there's stuff here for you too. This is also a rather short game. It took me about 5 hours to complete the game. If you want to collect everything, it'll probably take you about 8 to 10 hours. Now for that luscious eye candy, them graphics. Of course, the main spark about this game, it takes that classic 1950s samurai movie look and goes all out on it. I'm happy to tell you they nailed that sucker. I'm talking about it is Seven Samurai. I mean, the motion of the characters, the backdrops, the sound, the weather effects, it's all there, homie. The game will mostly stick to a side play angle, but it will mix it up sometimes with some angles that really make you want to stop and just check it out. You want to take a picture of that sucker. Oh my God. There was one moment early on that I found myself stopping for sure, and here's, check it out. All this combines to really create that 1950 cinema feel, the feeling that you're really playing an old Seven Samurai game. It's all there, man. If you ever, is that what your main thing that you was coming here for, then you're gonna get it. Lastly, for my final thoughts, overall, I feel like Trek To Yomi is worth at least one playthrough. I honestly probably wouldn't find myself, going through it twice. It's one of those wonderful experiences where if you play it twice, it's just not going to feel the same. Like you already kind of got your popcorn and candy out of that first playthrough. But if you're someone that really wants to really complete the game and get everything, then obviously you'll probably play it twice, but no more than that. There's no way. I don't see anybody playing it 3 times. On that second playthrough, the hardest difficulty unlocks, so you can play it on that, and then that'll be your second playthrough. But I don't really see it being a third time. One playthrough and the second playthrough for the completionist is all that really that's needed for this game. We're gonna give it a 7 out of 10 Koopo Nuts. 7 out of 10. It's not a bad game. It's worth one playthrough, like I said. But I can't go any higher than 7 for this game for sure, for that cheap AI effect and how short it is. But again, some people like short games. Hey, I'm a guy that likes long games, but I think the real thing that hit it for me was basically that cheap AI. It kind of killed the combat experience because it's like, okay, slice, counter, slice, back, turn around, slice. etc. Anyway, great game, not bad. I hope y'all enjoyed this experience with this review. Please like and comment, and I'll see you at the next one, folks. Peace out. Peace.